So in today's lesson, we will be talking about sunrise and the sunset and how they create different shadows based upon where the position of the sun is and how the light hits. So we are going to start off this lesson by reading a book called Sun Up and Sun Down about a little girl and her cat and how they go throughout the day and like the different seasons and seeing how like her shadow changes. So our purpose of our lesson today is to investigate how the locations of the light affects your shadows. So for example, if you're standing outside, you know, early in the morning, like where's your shadow at, and then versus where your shadow is at the end of the evening, closer to when the sun is about to, go down. So students will track their own shadow at different times throughout the day, but we will get into that a little bit later. So one of the students, when doing this lesson, told me that the sun causes a shadow when someone is outside. That is a correct statement. So I'm going to continue. We will continue on by reading the sun up and the sun down. What will we learn about this book? We will learn facts about the sun, how the rainbow is created, different types of shadows, like how the shadow moves based upon the light, how the earth rotates and how it causes like, the sun to go up and the sun to go down and how it gets darker throughout the day. And then once we get into our activities, we will start off with our book, then lead on to our activities. First, we will start in our classroom where each student will get a flashlight and they will pick an object of choice. You will point the flashlight at the object in different positions so you see how the shadow changes. So for example, in my picture here, we have Woody looking at his shadow. Obviously, it's not his shadow, it's Buzz Lightyear's. But the light is hitting him directly in the back, showing that his shadow is directly in front of him. If we had a picture of the flashlight directly above Woody, that would obviously change the position of where Woody's shadow would be or Buzz's shadow would be. So that's a great form of like having the students like see how it changes in a close proximity. After that, we will have the students go outside and they will be able to use their own shadows. So with the partner will obviously trace their shadow for them while the other person just stands still. We will do this at 3 different times throughout the period. So early in the morning, maybe in the mid-afternoon, like before lunch, and then at the end of our day to see where exactly our shadows have changed. And then that way the kids have visual support. The kids will then go in and take data on how it has changed throughout the day. I feel like all of these activities, along with the book, both of these activities and then taking the data will really help the students understand how shadows and how the sun sets and the sunrise, affects the direction of it. So I hope you enjoy this lesson. I think it's great and it's easily adaptable for younger students, older students, and you could even adapt this to students with special needs, smaller groups, have them work with an adult. I think this is an awesome lesson and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.